So I'm gonna go ahead and touch base, man. A dude kind of got a stomach ache right now, and it could be because of a few things. One being, like my wife, man, she hooked it up fat for dinner tonight. Like she made this pasta with this shrimp and chicken, and she made her own like tomato sauce, and it was just fire, dog. Like a dude ate so much of it. Like I ate too much. I ate too much. And then I fucked up because I didn't really give my, stomach enough time to settle that before I started fucking with like ice cream and shit. So it could be because of that, or it could be because I laid down. Like right after that, I do just lay down because you kind of get full and you start getting that itis, and it's just time to lay down. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like dozing off real quick, but yeah, I couldn't really fall asleep or nothing like that. And I wasn't trying to, you know what I mean? I was just real fucking full. So right now I'm feeling kind of like a discomfort. Like I don't feel like I gotta throw up or nothing. Like, I'm thankful it ain't that serious right now because, I done had some bad times. But yeah, man, I just kind of like a blah feeling in my stomach. So hopefully, I can roll up some weed real quick, smoke a little bit. I got my water on deck. I'm not trying to struggle tonight. So I'm gutting out this blunt real quick. I got this God's gift. About to roll that shit up. I just wanted to pop in, man, say what's up, put you guys up on game, what I've been up to. Today was a mellow day, Didn't really do much. I was off today. I was off yesterday. And I'm off tomorrow, So, just being a parent, man, being a husband, you know what I'm saying, taking care of business. And, just hustling, man. Just hustling. But, yeah, it's been a while since I rolled up a blunt. I usually come prepared, ready to spark up as soon as I start the video, but I wasn't really feeling it right now. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go live anyways. They probably want to know what's going on. And it really ain't much, Wifey fell asleep, son went to sleep. I was in the house watching Mountain Men. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that show, but I fuck with it. It's like, people that live out there in the brush and shit and make a living off of like catching fucking beavers and shit like that, and selling the fur and shit like that. But yeah, man, they live out there in like Alaska, Antarctica and shit like that, like really remote, cold ass places. And I just find that interesting, trying to make a living out there. Because when it's cold over here, or even when it's hot, like we complain like a motherfucker, man. But watching that show, it kind of humbles me, man, because it's like, man, it ain't that cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I was in there watching that, But this guy's gift is smelling really good. I got a delivery today. Got a whole half ounce for that $60, man. It's usually $65, but I always got credits, man. So they went on ahead and knocked off $5 for your boy. I don't know why I'm sniffling right now. Yeah. But anyways, we got that shit broken down. I'm gonna roll up 2 blunts this time around, fam. So for the first one, man, I hope you guys got some shit to smoke along with. If you don't, it's all good. I'll take a hit for you. But if you do, drop that shit below. Let me know what you got, how much you paid for it, and does that shit slap? Because I'm always looking for some good buds, you know what I mean? And if you guys are looking for some good buds, man, this God's gift right here is no joke. I recommend you get it, try that shit, smoke that shit, enjoy that shit. But yeah, man. And I got a question for you guys, man. Why do the people at Walmart always have to treat people like it's fucking inconvenience for a motherfucker to be shopping there? You know what I'm saying? I hate Walmart so much, guys. And the shit is like right down the street from me. So you're like, if you hate it, bro, why do you go there? And it's because it's just convenient, dog. Like, if I want to go to Target, which is my preference, I would much rather go to Target than Walmart. Man, fuck Walmart. I can't stand the customer service there. Like, customers are not the priority at Walmart. Anytime you ask somebody for some help, it's like they half-ass try to help you. And if not, they just don't know shit or they got a fucking attitude. So, do you guys shop at Walmart, man? Because if you do you guys got shitty fucking, like, does your Walmart have shitty employees like mine does? Because damn. But, yeah, man, my wife was in there, man, and they gave her a hard time. I wasn't there, but she told me all about it. And I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Like, my wife is black, you know what I mean? So some white woman was like giving her a hard time over there because she was asking for help. I guess she had, like, a little over 20 items, and she was in the 20 item or less lane or some shit like that. And because my wife was trying to get some liquor, you know what I mean? So they take forever in the fucking regular line. So she went to that one, and she thought maybe she could get it quicker, you know what I mean? But that lady gave her a straight attitude, man. And I already know, man, like, let me tell you guys something. Racism is still alive, and it's still out there, man. There's a lot of prejudice, especially, like, the older folk. They come from a different era. And nowadays, life is a lot more diverse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see more mixed couples, mixed kids. It's beautiful. But these old timers, man, they don't want to see that shit. So, yeah, man, first thing I thought when my wife was telling me what's going on, I was like, oh, that bitch is racist. Clearly, you know what I mean? Because, like, who goes out of their way to give somebody a hard time? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you come to my line and I'm checking you out and you got, like, 5 more items than you're supposed to, I don't give a fuck, man. Come through. Let's get you out of here. Like, I'm just trying to get my day going. You know what I'm saying? I'm very familiar with customer service and shit. Like, I've been in the check stand, and it ain't that hard, dog. Like, so I felt like the lady was just giving my wife a hard time, out of some prejudice shit. So fuck Walmart, fuck that bitch, and fuck anybody that's out here being racist or prejudiced or anything like that, man. It's an ugly way to be, and yeah, I don't take that shit lightly, because my son is mixed. I have siblings that are mixed, you know what I'm saying? And I don't fuck with that shit, man. This is a whole new era. So, just another incident at Walmart once a fucking again, man. Like, there's always something, dog. And it's always the people at Walmart. It ain't never, like, customers or, other people in the store. It's always the fucking workers, man. They're just miserable. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. Like, I don't know how Walmart is. I mean, yeah, they got good prices and shit, but it's a headache shopping there. Like, I don't understand how they're still in business like that. You know what I mean? It's Target all the way. And I know you guys feel me on that. But anyways, man, that's just how I feel about that situation. But other than that, man, just been chilling today. What you guys been up to? Hope you guys had a good day today. I'm almost done with this blunt. See, like, I'm burping and I can still taste, like, what I ate, you know what I mean? So I could tell, like, I kind of went a little too hard, didn't give my, body enough time to digest the food. So I'm over here struggling a little bit. All right, man. So we got 2 blunts rolled up, about to spark them. First one, man. If you guys got something to spark along with, now's the time. It's always that first hit, man. It's always the, like, best tasting hit out of the whole blunt. How's the high from God's gift? Body or head high? It's a little bit of both, dog, to be honest with you. You're going to feel it in your body. like later on, like, you know, that shit lingers and you could definitely feel it in the body, man. But you get a nice head high for sure. You get like a good pressure in the face, man. You just feel really elevated, man. I recommend this shit. Hey, speaking of upset stomachs, man, I didn't film this like a couple days ago, and I fucking should have, but I was like too much in the vibe, right? So I bought an edible, man, and I don't really fuck with edibles, guys. But I got one, and it was a little 2-pack of like these Oreo cookies, and it was like 500 milligrams. So I was like, 2 cookies, man, whatever. Like, you know, I've had edibles before, and they never really did shit, you know. But when I was ordering my shit, I told him, like, I want something that's potent, like, that's gonna hit me, because, like, I've gotten edibles before, and they just, you know, never really had, like, a real experience with the shit. She was like, okay, well, these cookies, they hit, you know? And she was like, I would recommend eating one and then trying later on the other one if you don't feel like you're up there enough, you know? So I was like, all right, cool. And it was $15. So I picked up like 7 grams of Bubba OG, and then I got that edible. So the order came through, whatever, you know. And I wanted to save the edible for, like, you know, like around this time, like later on in the day. Just in case, you know, like shit's too much, you just go to sleep, whatever. So I pop it open later on in the day, and I give my wife one, and then I take one, you know. So I was like, here, fuck it, we'll share. So it's like a regular Oreo cookie, but like the filling was like a chocolate, you know what I mean? And it was a little thick, you know, like you could tell they make that shit. And I don't want to say like an hour later, maybe less than that, but that shit started to kick in. And like immediately I just started to feel that change in my body, you know what I mean? Like my legs got super heavy. Like I was laying there because, you know, we were kind of like smoking in between too. So I don't know if the weed flower mixed with the edible kind of like kicked it up a little bit. But I found myself just laying there like, fuck, like just felt real heavy. And then I started to feel like a little bit of nausea at the same time too, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like, it was like a bittersweet kind of ride, you know what I mean? Because I don't really fuck with edibles, man. So that one for sure kicked in, dog. I was like, damn. And my wife, too. My wife, like, fell asleep, but then she woke up. And she was like, I don't feel good. And I was like, dang, really? Me either? Because we just kind of, like, had this nauseous feeling. And she said that she felt like the room was spinning. And this was off of one cookie. Me and her had one cookie, man. So I was like, damn, imagine if I would have took both down or she would have had both. Like, we'd have been fucked up. But yeah, like, I don't know if it was too strong or whatever, but that shit made us nauseous, man. Next time, I'll probably, like, eat half the cookie and chill out, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know that shit was gonna slap like that. And then when I got this weed, I got another edible delivered, and it was like these Starburst gummies. But those were trash, man. They didn't even hit. And they were like, they said the same thing, like 500 milligrams or some shit like that. And me and my wife split that shit, but she didn't feel nothing. I didn't feel nothing. So it was like, I don't know. That shit was like, I don't know. Compared to the cookie slapped. But these gummies were like, whatever. So yeah, man. I'm not even lying to you, though. Like, I had the best sleep, though. Like, after I was nauseous and shit, you know, kind of like fell asleep or whatever. And woke up the next morning feeling just good, man. I don't know if I would like really fuck with the edibles that heavy. But every now and again, it's a nice little change of pace, you know? The ride is a lot different. So, just wanted to share that little experience with you guys. And they had other shit too, like they had cookies, they had gummies, they had Dorito chips. What else did they have? Fucking brownie, Rice Krispie one, like, but the cooking one looked fire. It was like like $15. You can't beat that shit, and it was really potent too. So I was hoping, man. I was like, fingers crossed, this shit slaps, and that shit hit, dog. I was like, damn, just really heavy in the body for me. The nauseousness, I don't know. I don't know if it's because like I'm not used to it and I ate too much, or if because like, you know, just like whatever shit I was eating before or after that, you know, because I'm always snacking. Like I'm a late night snacker, fam, and that's my problem, and I can own up to the shit, you know. You know, some people like to do hardcore drugs. Some people like to fucking, you know what I mean? I just like to eat real late night snack. Like earlier, I was smacking on some Fritos and some bean dip, homie. What you guys know about that shit? I just hadn't had bean dip in a while, and it just sounded good, so I got it. And I ate the whole little fucking, it's like a can like this, like a tuna can, a little bit bigger. That Frito-Lay one. Yeah, I took that down, fam. I was not playing. Hell yeah, man. Take a little hit of this water, dude. You guys ever smoke and get heartburn, man? Like, sometimes I'll be sitting here smoking a blunt, and then I just feel that shit in there. I guess it kind of depends on what you're eating, too, you know? Or, like, if I'm drinking, like, alcohol gives me heartburn, too. A dude is getting old, man. It's fucked up. Like, I can't eat hot Cheetos the way I used to. I can't eat cereal the way I used to. It's like, I'm a late night snacker, but I pay for that shit. You know, it's like my body is trying to tell me, don't eat past this certain time, you know, but I always fucking do it. I don't know. You know what's funny, though? When I was younger, and my blunt keeps going out, man, what the fuck? Hold on. When I was younger, my mom was real health conscious, right? And she would always have like fucking Raisin Bran, you know, fucking water. I mean, like we never really had snacks like that, and when we did, we used to kill that shit real quick. You know what I mean? And my mom used to talk shit like, "See, that's why I don't buy that." Ah, shit, I burnt myself. But hell yeah, like she never really had nothing good. Like I had to go get that shit myself, you know. So when I got older and I ended up, you know, getting my own place and running my own program, I didn't know how to act. Like, I still don't know how to act, fam. Like, I go hard. You know, I'm a binger. If I got something good, I'm smacking. It's like I don't have no discipline, you know? Like, you know how you eat, like, a bag of chips? You can never just eat one chip, two chips, three chips. You got to eat the whole fucking bag before you feel satisfied, right? It's a bug flying. But, yeah, man, like, I go hard sometimes. And I need to stop doing that shit because it ain't healthy. But I'm always smoking hella weed, man. You know, I still kind of get the munchies. But not really, you know. I've kind of gotten past that. There's a fucking moth that wants to lose its life tonight. It's apparent. But, yeah, man, watch what you guys are eating late at night. Because when you got to pay for that shit in the morning, it's not fun. Let me see if that moth will come into this flame real quick. It did. Look at that shit. It died. Bam! Motherfucker. Healthy munchies for the win. Like what though, man? I'm not satisfied with the healthy shit sometimes. Like fruit, okay, cool. We can fuck with the fruit. But I'm not about to sit there and eat tofu or no fucking seaweed. Like they sell this seaweed shit. I see people buy it all the time. It looks like dry seaweed and it's flavored, I guess. Like they got like a teriyaki one. Ugh. And they got another one, but I can't really, yeah, I'm not big on that kind of shit at all. My preference, I love coconut ice cream, man, especially like the, the Mexican brand, you know what I mean? I like ice cream. I'm a big chips dude. I fuck with the Doritos, the queso, hot Cheetos, turbos. We got some flaming hot popcorn. That shit is fire. With a little bit of lemon juice. Dairy-free ice cream. You know what? Thank you for saying that, because check it out. We just got some lactose-free milk, homie, so I can eat the cereal late night, and not die the next morning. Ben and Jerry's, all right, for sure. I know they got some, like, frozen yogurt, you know. Yeah, I guess I got to just, tune it up a little bit. If I'm going to eat ice cream, get that lactose-free or that dairy-free. Because, yeah, that milk don't do me righteous no more, fam. If it ain't during the day, it's no good. And I'm not trying to gross you guys out or nothing. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. The bubble guts, oh, yes. You guys know. But, my stomach ain't really tripping no more. Like, I feel cool. I guess I just needed a blunt. No, but, like, real talk, they got strains out there that's good for, like, nausea, people that struggle with that. There's a strain for everything, man. You just got to look into it. If you can't sleep, they got weed for that. If you're depressed, they got weed for that. If you're fucking paranoid schizo, they got weed for that. You know what I'm saying? If you're antisocial, they got weed for that. If you're in a lot of pain, they got weed for that. I'm just trying to tell you guys they got weed for whatever you need. But yeah, man, this God's gift I've been on for a while. It's just a good deal every time. It's consistent. I always get slapped. Yeah, it's a little more dry than I like, man. I like my shit to be a little bit more, have a little more bounce to it. But for the price, it's like, I could complain. I could complain, but for what? As long as it's doing what I needed to do and it's not breaking my pockets, why complain? And you said what kind of blunts or whatever I smoke out of? Well, it depends, I'm not... When I first started this channel, I was on the high hemps heavy. If you guys don't know what high hemps are, it's like 100% tobacco free, GMO free. It's like vegan or whatever. Comes 2 in a pack. They come with filters. And I was on them. I was loving them. I used to love the honey one. But after a while, like, I found that when I was buying them, they would be dry all the time. And, like, I would try to roll up and they would just split or break or just burn too fucking fast. You know what I mean? And it was, like, a lot of the times when I would buy them, I would be disappointed. And I was trying, like, to stay away from, regular blunts, because that's what I was on before I jumped on the high hemp train. But I didn't really find, like, another one that I liked as far as, like, hemp wraps went. And I don't fuck with paper. I don't like paper, man. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, like, how come you don't smoke raw? Yeah, I don't fuck with paper. I don't like it. It irritates my throat. And it burns fast. I don't care how much it says slow burning. The way I smoke, that shit don't burn slow. So I kind of left them alone, And I went back to smoking the White Owls, because White Owls have always been my shit. Like, they're consistently good quality. And they're still a fucking $1 at 7-Eleven. Shout out to 7-Eleven. The tobacco and the regular blunts make my lady nauseous. We learned it wasn't the weed. Yeah, that could. Hey, I believe that 100%. You know, cause like for people that don't smoke, and then to smoke tobacco, like yeah, that shit is trash. I used to smoke cigarettes. Like if you guys don't know that, hell yeah, I used to drink a lot. I used to smoke cigarettes because that shit is hand in hand, and I would smoke weed all in the same sitting. I used to like the Camels, the Turkish Royales. I used to like the American Spirits. And like when I first started, I was on the Newports, man. It was just an ugly habit. I used to always feel like shit. Every time you get done smoking one, it's like it drains your energy. And then you fucking stink and your mouth tastes like shit and tar mixed together. And it's just a bad time, you know? And it's like, for me, it was just the act of smoking. You know, I couldn't smoke weed everywhere. So like a cigarette was like the replacement for that. But then I stopped giving a fuck and then just started smoking my weed everywhere, you know? And yeah, like one time I was like drinking and smoking, you know, and I just got real nauseous. And I knew it wasn't the weed. So like I got real turned off drinking beer and smoking cigarettes and shit. So I kind of really left that shit alone. And I occasionally drink now, like not so much, but I smoke heavy. I don't smoke cigarettes no more. Hell no. But I smoke mad weed, and I do use blunts, which are tobacco. And like I was saying, like I didn't want to smoke these again, but it's just like I love the way the shit burns. You know what I mean? And I kind of got used to like the tobacco to weed ratio. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't ruin the weed for me. Some people can't stand blunts, but I enjoy it. You know. But I could see, bro, why your lady got nauseous, man, because that shit is nasty. The tobacco, yeah, it ain't for everybody. But shit, you know, try hemp wrap. Let her hit the hemp wrap or something. You know, it's $1, dog. You can't go wrong with that. Now the people that smoke like backwoods and ugh, that's too much right there. I would never buy that shit. You know, I keep it just regular, like Swisher, White Owl type shit. But yeah, man. So I'm back on these. Yeah, my go-to is the White Owls though. White grape or the regular sweets or like the honey ones. You know what I mean? And I feel super high already. And here we go, starting the next blunt. If you guys ain't smoking along, man, what are you doing? You should be rolled up by now. You should be packing another bowl or rolling up another joint, whatever you do. And see, I don't care how you guys smoke, man, but some people watch my videos and they get mad that I'm smoking a blunt. Or they get mad that I don't roll up a fat-ass branch. You know what I mean? Like, I keep my shit fairly slim. I smoke enough weed for me. You know what I mean? This right here is all I need. And I'm just smoking this one just because of the vibe right now, you know? Going live with the fam. You gotta keep it live. But yeah, people just don't mind their fucking business, man. That's the problem, man. If everybody just mind their business, you know, the world would be so much more chill, relaxed, you know. Too many people want to put their opinions out when they're not even needed or nobody even asks you. You know, you just put your opinion out there. And it's like, some people just say the wrong thing, you know. Or some people just, it's better, like, if you don't got nothing nice to say, just keep it to yourself. You know what happened to that? But everybody wants to put their 2 cents in and shit. And whatever, but I'm just like, why can't people just, I mind my business so well, like, you know what I mean? I am not a nosy, meddling type of person, man. Like, I'm real laid back. I get bothered when people are fucking being nosy about my shit, you know what I mean? So, that's how I feel. I keep my shit real, you know, to myself. But we can't expect everybody to be like us, man. You know, some of you guys are like me. Some of you guys are just like, man, that's why I fuck with you, bro, because you're just, you know, you're chill. You know, you keep it real. You don't seem like an extra out. I'm not trying to be this character for you guys. Like, this is me every day. You ever tried a vaporizer? Not the oil carts. Nah, I haven't. Mm-mm. It's always been blunts or a joint or like, you know, hitting out of a piece occasionally. But yeah, never a vaporizer outside of like a stizzy or a fucking, you know, vape, like a vape pen. One thing I've always wanted to be on was dabbing, man, but I'm kind of glad I never really got into it just because I know that would have fucked up my tolerance, man, because I'm already like a heavy smoker, you know? I smoke all day long. But if I was hitting the dab, man, like, I know that shit is so much stronger and it's like your body gets used to it, you know? So to go from dabbing to smoking flower, it would just be kind of like a waste because you wouldn't really, it wouldn't be the same. And then that could be like a pricey habit right there, you know, because shit, you think you burn through flour a lot? Imagine hitting wax. Some people take fat ass globs, you know? I would be the type to take like a little pinch, you know? I like to stretch my shit out. Because some people just go through their shit like it's fucking water, man. And it's like, why though? You know? Why do you have to kill all your shit off right there just because you feel like you're gonna, what, you think you're gonna be masterfully high, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna be this ultimate high power high, like, nah, you're gonna be just as high as I am, smoking something like this, you know what I mean? And then, like, you probably get like a headache and shit, your throat probably gets murdered, like, I don't understand. And then people, and they love to clown. People that smoke fat like to clown people that smoke like us, you know what I mean? I'm using one right now. About 5 to 6 bowls equals. Damn, all right, bro. Big chiefin' over there, bro. I see you. But yeah, man, they love to clown, dog. But it's like, you look stupid smoking your whole shit like that, you know? I would rather be high now and later rather than just be high right now and having to get some more, you know what I mean? But everybody's different, you know? I can't tell people how to smoke. But they love to tell me how to smoke, though. I mean, not so much, though. I get a lot of love from you guys, and I appreciate it, you know? But every now and again, you get a slick motherfucker that always got something to say, you know? And I don't ever really feed into it. You know, not too much, you know? I don't like to give them that attention, you know? But I appreciate everybody that has positive shit to say, you know? It's all about the good vibes, man, the good energy, the support. That's why I keep coming back, smoking with you guys, man. Yeah, I've been wanting to switch it up a little bit, though, man. I'm getting kind of like, you know, yeah, this is a good deal and everything, but, you know, the beautiful thing about smoking weed is the different strains. There's so many different strains out there that feel so different. Like, everybody thinks you smoke weed, you get high, and that's it. But nah, man, like, just the way people's bodies are wired up. Like, sometimes you smoke something that just really goes with, you know, the way your body receives it. It's just like a beautiful scientific thing, you know? I can't really get into that shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, sometimes you smoke something and it just vibes with you so well. And it's like, it just enhances everything, you know? And then sometimes you smoke some shit that gives you paranoia, I guess. I used to experience that when I was a youngster, you know, like when I was worried about getting caught. You know, like my mom used to be on me and shit. Like that's when I used to feel like paranoia and shit like that. Any other time, it was just like whatever. I feel like that's young shit. you're an adult or when you're doing what you got to do, nobody can really tell you shit, you know, so I don't worry about it. I smoke everywhere. I make time for it. Because I can still function, you know, I don't get stupid. I don't get slow. My mind might scramble a little bit, you know. I might be a little forgetful, you know. I might stutter a little bit. But I always, you know, take care of business, man. Because I feel like weed is much more enjoyable when you do what the fuck you gotta do and then you relax, you know? If you're a bum and you're just smoking weed and just getting high and just being high and not doing shit else, that's when it's a problem. But it just feels good to be, you know, especially after, like, you know, a long day at work or a long day of doing, like, housework, you know, cutting the grass, doing yard work, or going out and doing something physical, like hitting the gym. Like, you know, me and my wife, we're funny, man. Like, we smoke, like, before everything and after everything. Before we eat, after we eat. Like, that's just our that's just our rhythm, you know what I mean? And I love it. Because the wife, she didn't always smoke with me, man. Like, she used to complain. Like, I remember I would come in the house and she would be like, you stink. Fellas, I know you guys know about that. If your lady don't smoke, man, they're always talking shit like, you stink. Man, every time you smoke, you just get slow or something, you know? But, yeah, for the longest, my wife didn't smoke with me, man. I used to, you know, smoke by myself or with, you know, friends occasionally and shit. But then, like, my wife, man, she's always been the type of person that had a lot on her mind, you know? Her mind is always running, you know? And it got to the point where, like, she would be at work and she would have a long day and she would be stressing or whatever, you know? And she would come home and try to go to sleep and she really couldn't because her mind was still running. And on top of that, like, she always had stomach issues since we first got together. You know, something she just developed, like, during her childhood, you know. She always had, like, a digestive issue. So she would get, like, you know, stomach aches and shit. And it came to a point where I told her, like, I really think you should start smoking, you know, because it'll help you sleep better, you know. You'll be a lot more relaxed, and I think it'll help you, you know, as far as, like, eating goes, you know, like, having an appetite, and if your stomach's upset, you know, easing that shit. And she didn't want to smoke flower, you know. She never really liked, she's tried it before, and she never really liked the way it tastes, you know, or how it felt on her throat. She would just be coughing and shit. And she was one of those people that used to say it made her feel paranoid, right? But that was, like, a while ago. So I was like, all right, for sure. So got her a vape, you know. And she was like, was on it. Like, she started with a stizzy. And she used to love that stizzy. But after a while, man, like, I guess the stizzy was, like, giving her a headache, you know. So I would tell her, like, you know, try smoking this weed with me. And, you know, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I always try to get some good shit, you know, like, because if you're going to smoke dirt, you're going to feel like shit, you know. But when you get some good quality shit, you enjoy it, you know what I mean? And she started smoking, and at first, like, I had to show her how, because she didn't really know how to, like, hit it and inhale it. So, you know, trials and errors and little practice, and she started to like how smoking weed felt compared to, like, hitting the stizzy all the time, you know, because the stizzy's a different hit. That shit hits you different. It's heavier, and like it gives you a headache for sure. Like it gives me a headache if I hit it too hard because it's so high in THC. Like. But the flower is more like of a balance, if you will. There's still some kill out there. Like there's some buds out there that'll fuck you up. But compared to a concentrate, it's more tolerable to people that are beginning to smoke. So ever since, man, she's been smoking with your boy. And it's helped her out a lot, especially with her stomach. Like I trip out because she used to complain all the time. When did I know when I wanted my lady to be my wife? Man. Well, that goes back to like my dating history, right? I found that like dating, a lot of women expect, like, like women could come across like really self-centered in the dating scene, like they demand a lot of attention. It's all about them. Us as men, we do what we can as men to, romance the woman. So, we go all out for some women, not all of them. I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real. Dating was expensive. It was a waste of time a lot of the time because, you gotta like, you gotta go through a lot of wrongs to find the right one, you know? So, and then you think you find like, and then you're young too. So you're dating these girls and then you find one that you think that you like, but they're not really the right one for you. And you think you swear up and down like that's the one for you. Like you're never going to find another one ever again. And you're only fucking like 18 or 21. So many women out there, to anybody who like has gotten their heart broken for the first time, you swear like you're never going to find somebody. But you live and you learn and you get over shit and you meet new people. And in this case scenario, I had met my wife before, like we were friends before we started dating. And it's funny because like you could see somebody and not even know like later on down the line that's gonna be your wife and you're gonna have kids together and be married. Like it's a trip. But long story short, when I started to date my wife, she just started to show me so many different qualities in a woman, that I didn't really see in anybody before, like she would always be putting me first and thinking about me when she was out doing her own thing, and just I could just sense like this is somebody I could grow with, like because she was always on the grind, she was doing her thing when we met each other. And you know what I mean? I could just tell she had a good head on her shoulders, and I could tell she was ready to like start building a foundation for herself. So we took it slow though, we dated for a while before we moved in together. And then, we ended up buying our first house. And we ended up getting married in the backyard. And a few years later, we have our first, child together. And here we are present day, But when you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Especially as you get older, you become an adult. When you're young, you don't even know what the fuck you want, You're still busy trying to, establish yourself as a young adult. And you're out here trying to, like, have fun, and you meet a lot of people. So it's hard to, like, don't get me wrong. There's some high school sweethearts out there that I know, too, that have been together since high school, And God bless them, because that ain't easy. But, I did my fair share of dating, and, like, there's a lot of different people out here. I'll tell you, some people are, some people are too much, Some people are not enough, you know. And, you know, sometimes you just don't, the chemistry just is not there, you know. And you can't really force it. Not me, at least, you know. If I felt like it wasn't there, you know, I wasn't trying to really like string it along or stretch it out, you know. I would just recognize, like, look, this ain't where I'm trying to be. So you got to be selfish with your time. You know what I mean? Out here in this life, you can't just be settling and shit and just being like, yeah, like, I'm going to just be cool with this just because that's what's convenient. You're like, nah, you got to go out there. You got to take risks. You can't be afraid to meet new people. And if something ain't going good in your life, get rid of that shit. You know, some people are afraid of change, but when you make the change and you realize how much better it is, it's like, wow, you know. But yeah, man, I'm fucking high as a kite, fam. I just hit 2 blunts with you guys. I no longer have a stomach ache. Shout out to that God's gift, man, because I feel good right now. A1. Like, somebody asked me earlier, like, how's the head high? Like, yeah, that shit's there. Like, I feel it in the temples, top of the head. I don't really feel like a melt to the face. It just feels like headband pressure, you know what I mean? And the body, though. The body is super relaxed, got that body buzz. And, yeah, I just feel super mellow. Like, you can hear it in my voice. Like, I got, like, a slight slur, you know? Yeah. I remember I used to, like, back when I used to live with my mom, and she would call me from work, and I would be at the house, and I would be, you know, because I used to smoke, like, on the low, especially when she wasn't home. And she could always kind of, like, tell when I was high when I would talk to her, because she would be like, why do you sound like that? And I'd be like, sound like what? She'd be like, you just sound tired. And I'm like, I am tired, you know? But I already knew, like, she wasn't stupid, man. Like, my mom, and she was a fucking hypocrite, dog. Like, my mom used to smoke, and I always knew. And she would get mad at me, you know? And I'd be like, man, what the fuck? But, you know, as an adult, now having my own child, I get it, you know? It's just crazy how life comes full circle, you know? One minute you're like, man, mom, like, fuck. You're always on me, like, you know, you get mad at your parents for loving you, but when you become parents, you love the shit out of your kids, and you're like, you get upset when they don't want to show you love back, and it's like, well, that's how you used to treat your parents, you know? Appreciate you, fam. Keep creating. You just got a new sub tonight. Oh, hey, shout out, homie. I appreciate that. Shout out to all the new subs, by the way. JC, welcome to the fam. Hey, bro, this is just life, man, and this is how we live. You know, after a long day, I like to just tune in with you guys and just talk about real life shit, you know, and just, I like to smoke new strains and just share it with you guys, and hell yeah, you know. So thanks for hitting that sub button, man, for real. I'm not even gonna lie, like, I kind of like, my throat feels a little like, you know, hitting back-to-back blunts like that. But boy, do I feel good, man. I'm very relaxed. And I got enough right here for another blunt too, but I think I'm good for now. So on that note, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and love. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Peace.